Today we are in Demre in Turkey, and we are right now at the Santa Claus Museum in the city center. St. Nicholas is the person that we today know as Santa Claus all around the world, but the story about him is a lot more complicated than you might think. Let's start from the beginning. He was born in Patara in 300 AD, what used to be Greece but today is Turkey. And at a very young age he became a bishop in Myra, which is today Demre, that was back then Greece but is now Turkey. He died in 365 AD, and during his time he was known for a man who was very kind to children. There's some very cute stories about him. I'm gonna tell you one of them later. After he died he became very famous, and he became famous because there was coming oil out of his grave. And this oil believed to be healing oil, so people were rubbing it on themselves. The Italians must have been jealous because around 1072 AD they stole the body of St. Nicholas and brought it to Italy, to a city called Bari, where they built a church for him called Basilisk di St. Nicolau, if I am not mistaken, sorry for my Italian. A very small part of him is in the Archaeological Museum in Antalya, that is the jaw bone, and the rest is supposed to be in Italy. We believe, until 2017, when archaeologists found out that it might be possible that it's the wrong body. The real body of St. Nicholas is most likely buried in some tunnels over here. We don't exactly know where it is because the archaeologists are keeping it a secret. But there's a very big chance that the body that people have been praying to, the body that has been stolen, and the body where it's part of it is in the Archaeological Museum in Antalya, is actually not the real body. It's just the body of a local priest. Even though it's empty, people still come here, especially Catholic people, because he's a Catholic saint, and they come here to pray to his grave, cry on his grave, and whatever else they do. I'm not Catholic myself, I'm sorry, so I don't exactly know what they're doing, but normally it's black of people here, especially Russian, that is standing in a long line to see the grave. As I said, St. Nicholas became Santa Claus over time. Till now I just told you a little bit about who he was while he was alive and why he became so famous after he died. The story from being St. Nicholas the saint to becoming Santa Claus is a lot more complicated, and I'm not gonna do that in this video because this is not important right now. As I said, we're gonna see the St. Claus Museum, and after that I'm gonna take you to the Myra Antikent, or Myra Ancient City, little outside of the city. That's also gonna be amazing. Help Ness get a museum card because we have a museum card, and here when you live in Turkey you can get a museum card, and a ticket for this place is 50 lira and a museum card is 60 lira. Today is my third time being here. The first two times that I was here it was so full of tourists, you will not believe it. Big groups of people with a touristic guide walking around in here, and you walk like this. But today it looks like we're gonna have a lot of space for ourselves.
As you can see.
Yeah, and we have Ness with us, and this is our friend from Pakistan who we met in the workaway that we made a video about last time, and it's your first time here.
Yeah, first time.
On the walls is still the original frescoes that you can see. So this part I have seen, but I have not seen it up close because the grave is supposed to be here at the end. And normally people is standing in giant lines all the way out to the garden here. So let's go all see the grave for the first time together. So like I said, this is the first time I'm seeing this grave, because normally there is people standing here and praying and stuff. And when you see the glass, you can actually see how dirty it is from people standing and touching it. So, thanks to 2020, I finally got to see the grave without people in front of it. There's something funny about visiting the grave of Santa Claus in sunshine, because normally when you think of Santa Claus, it's always winter and it's Christmas, and today is a really hot day, so that's a little bit weird. One of the most famous stories about Saint Nicolaus is the story of a man who had 3 daughters but no money. So the man was planning to sell his daughters to a brothel to make money and be able to survive. But he came to Saint Nicolaus and Saint Nicolaus told him, pray day and night and see what happens before you sell your daughters. So the man prayed day and night, and 3 nights in a row Saint Nicolaus came with money to the man's house, either through the window or maybe through the chimney. And with this money the man was able to save his daughter's virginity and let them stay home and not have to sell them to a brothel and a very horrible life at the time. So Saint Nicolaus was known as a very good man, a man who protected kids and a man who was there for the people who needed him. I think this might be the archaeological site where they found what they today believe is the real body of Saint Nicolaus. So that was the Saint Claus Museum, which was a great pleasure to visit all alone. And we have one more point for today's video, so please don't go away yet, because now we're going to the ancient city of Myra. We have now arrived at the Demre ancient city, which is normally also a place where there's a lot of tourists, but there is not this year, so that's nice for us. Unlike the other place where I know a lot and I even wrote a lot of articles about, I don't know that much about this place. I have researched it before online, but it's really hard to find any information. So I know there's a feature that we're gonna see, and then I know there's some graves inside the mountain that you cannot really get into, but you can get up to. So let's explore the area together, and forgive me for not giving you a lot of history about this place. The first part we're gonna go up and explore now is the graves in the mountain. And I think it goes without saying that you have to be pretty important and rich to have one of these graves where normal people just got buried in normal ways.
I have one request.
What is that?
When I'll die, can you please bury me here?
Are you that rich? So the most important thing that I take out of this is that the graves are from the 4th century. There's 23 of them. 13 of them are Lycian and 10 of them are ancient Greeks. We're gonna finish today's video now, so you don't see how bad shape we are in while walking down the stairs. I want to say thank you so much for watching our video. I hope you enjoyed it.
Let's go, Barbie. Come on, Barbie. Let's go, Barbie.
I'm not gonna be filmed like this.
Enjoy the show, whatever the fight is going on.
City, which is also a place that there's normal a lot of tourists, but there is not, which is very hairy.
So it turns out that this museum is famous because of it has a grave of Santa Claus. Oh my god, I had no idea. So